Hey y'all, I had something happen to me today and I wanted to share it. Part of my testimony is after I've been clean for about a year, I was had to go to court one morning or one night and one evening, and the night before that I had stayed and I had stood out in my yard and prayed, and I'd been clean for about a year, trying to do what God wanted me to do, but there's still consequences to our actions by the sins of our past. But I'd stood out in my front yard and I prayed, Lord, whatever your will is, that's what I want tomorrow, no more, no less. And so the next day I went to court and ended up getting a year and a half home detention and 5 years probation. And, they had to take me back into jail when I got, after the judge passed his sentence on, they had to take me back into jail, and I had to spend a night in jail. And, and I was so mad. I can remember I was so upset. I was furious. And every time them doors slam, the devil would say, where's God at now? Where's God at now? How come God ain't helping you? All night long I heard that. Every time somebody, because there ain't no sleeping in jail. And, every time you doze off and get woke up, all I heard was, where's God at now? Where's God at now? And, and I got out the next morning and got the ankle bracelet put on and got out the next morning. And when I got out, I come home and I laid across the bed, and when I was laying across the bed, it was just like God spoke to me and said, have you forgot what you prayed to me yesterday standing right out there in your yard, or last night standing right out there in your yard? And it was just like a peace come over me like I've not known. And, and from that time on, I try to do the next right thing and accept it as being my path, and accepting it as being God's will for my life, but it made it a lot easier for me to do the next right thing, because it kept me accountable to me, because I'm my own worst enemy. I'll sabotage me way before anybody else will. Well, I share that to say, today I had the opportunity to go see two different guys in two different jails, and my little girl, when I walked in to see the first guy, the door clicked and locked behind me, and it still sends chills up my spine. I don't like it now, but I was grateful that I was on this side. And so I get out and I'm coming back up the road, and me and my wife, my little girl's riding up the road, and I said, man, when I went in to see this one guy, I said that door clicked and locked behind me. I said it still sends chills up my spine. My little girl, without missing a beat, because she's heard my testimony, her without missing a beat, she says, I bet God was saying, where's the devil at now? Where's the devil at now? And I just thought that was hilarious, because, I can just hear that. And I hadn't thought about it, and I think out of the mouths of babes. And God speaks to me through my youngins. He speaks to me through my wife, and he speaks to me through anybody I want to try to listen to. But, it was a blessing to be on this side, and to be able to give back and to be able to go tell people about the hope in Jesus and about there's a way out, it's a one day at a time thing, but, about that process. But after she said that, I really thought about that, I bet God was thinking, where's the devil at now? And that struck me, and I just thought that was a blessing. And I want to share that with y'all, because it's so simple, and sometimes we overcomplicate it so much. As long as I'm doing the next right thing, or as long as you do the next right thing, God's going to meet us where we're at to take us to where he wants us to be, and even when I don't know what the right thing to do is, I know what the wrong thing is. I know what God don't want me to do when I don't know what he does want me to do, but I just thought that was something, I could just hear God saying, where's the devil at now? Where's the devil at now? Plus it makes me grateful for one thing, because I am grateful that I wasn't on the other side, but I'm also grateful that God has allowed me the opportunity to be able to go and help other people, and I'm telling you today that there's way out. There's hope if you want hope, there's a way out if you want out. It's a process. It's not something that happens overnight. The one guy I was talked to today, and he said, but I'm in jail right now. How am I supposed to start? And I said, you know what? You ain't always going to be in jail. Start by hitting your knees in the morning and start by hitting your knees at night. Thank God for where you're at right now. And that's hard to remember in the middle of the fight, in the heat of the battle. That's hard to remember, and I still have to remember that too. But I can remember vividly laying across my bed and God saying, have you forgot what you prayed to me and what you asked me to do? Then this is my will for your life. And from that moment on, as far as the probation and all that, and I'm off all that now, God so seen that I was going to do the right thing, I guess, that he shortened it for 2.5 years instead of being on the 5 years probation. He shortened it to 2.5 years, and allowed me the opportunity to be able to give all that, to be able to give the restitution back, and that's a blessing. But the miracle's in the effort. I got to meet God. I got, he'll do for me what I can't do for myself, but he is not going to do for me what I can do for myself. He gives me common sense, and he gives me legs and feet to go out and spread his word and do the next right thing, But I just wanted you to know today that I love you. Jesus loves you, and there's a way out if you want out, and I'd do anything for any of you if I could, Like I say, I love you and Jesus loves you. Y'all have a blessed day.